Hello everybody, welcome back to Stour Vale. Just thought I'd do a really quick update just to keep you all in the loop. Progress has been going reasonably well. I've been taking my time. I'm now in a position to share with you my layout configuration for the lower portion of the layout. It's always my intention to build that first, get that running, test it, make sure I'm completely happy with that, and then once that time's come, I will then obviously focus my efforts on the upper level. So without further ado, what I've done is I've just laid the track out in a rough configuration on the baseboard of what I've come across. So I'm going to show you through. Obviously when you look at some of the ways that I've just laid this out roughly, some of the configuration won't look right. It is just a roughly laid out just to give you the idea. Obviously as I'm laying this, I will do this to size and tidy it up better obviously when I lay it for definite. So without further ado, let's have a look onto the layout. Right, so probably one of the best points is going to be to start here. So somewhere in this section I will have the point. As you can see, we've got the start of the incline here. So that will be the point that spurs off up to the incline, up to the upper level. And then basically, actually if I do it as this way round, so you'll come down the hill, obviously like I say, down the hill, sorry I'm really trying to focus that for you, down the hill, and you'll come round this line which will curve round somewhere around here. Obviously a turntable will have a track wide up to that. I haven't quite configured out how that's going to run off there yet, but like I say, this is the line you've run down from, and then here we're going to have the junction, so you can get from this lane to this one. This outer one will probably be just a run round, continuous run round loop. So it could be, if you're making it to make the times between stations longer, you bring it down off the incline across the point there and run it round the outer loop for a couple of times, and then when ready to bring it into the station, obviously across this crossover here. So these two are going to be the main lines. These two sort of here and there are just sort of sidings that I've worked out that I could use just to use up a bit of the space. It's not going to be seen that well because obviously this is where the upper level will be anyway. So I thought might as well make use of the space. The black tape that you see on here, this is the markings out of where the legs will come to for the upper level. So if you're wondering what that is, that's what they are. And then, like I say, as you come round, the two main running loops here, and then we get to where the station bit will start. So this outer one will just be, like I said, probably a run round loop, just so that you can have a train continuously running round and round. And then here where we've got another crossover, this will be the start of the station. I've worked this out. This could probably quite easily take a 5-coach train, which will be more than enough for me, because for the upper level I think the maximum I'm really going to be able to realistically get is 4 coaches. So both of these two here will be platforms, and the idea here is obviously you can have either 2 trains at once, or the other idea is that you could again also have that other one as a run round loop. You could have one in one of the platforms at the station and the other one will be a passing loop. Obviously the other option with that is when a train comes down, obviously the loco will be this end, and to get ready to perform a turn round, it will need to run round its train. So the other thing will be obviously the second one, whichever platform it comes in, will run round the train on the other loop, hook back up to the front, and then obviously off it will go, back round the bend, and then off up the junction and back up the incline. I did post a little quick little video on the Facebook forums that I'm on. I didn't do a YouTube one. I laid a test bit of track down and tested about 3 of my locos that I thought were potentially going to be the weakest or struggle. 2 of them were my Hornby M7 and the T9. They're generally locos that have you know, low traction power, so asking them to go on an incline didn't help. However, I had a Hornby 31 and that pulled 4 coaches up this quite nicely. I had a lot of people on the Facebook thing, a couple of people had said how steep it looked, but although I've made it by hand, I have made it to the measurements of the Woodland Scenics on the basis that for every foot you go up 2 inches. I haven't measured it precisely, but the incline I would say is between 8.5 foot and 9 foot long, so it is roughly, like I say, in line with the Woodland Scenics recommendations. So I just thought I'd give this quick update for you. Hope you like the idea. I'm quite happy with it. I think it gives me everything that I'm going to want functionality wise for the lower level. Obviously the upper bit will be the real scenic bit, but I think this is probably going to be the best use of the space. And like I say, this siding configuration here, the run into the turntable, and potentially even might be able to spare a couple of sidings off onto this, which will just be sort of empty space. I'm going to have a play about with configurations for that, and we will see. It might be to get some more functionality off that I put a second point on there, and when we just run back down from the incline, might make that my little diesel TMD. Not sure yet. I'm just figuring things out as I do it. So again, thanks for your time, thanks for your patience. I hope you're all staying well and safe in the current climate, and please thank you for your support for the channel and myself, and you know, please like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Many thanks. Bye for now. Take care. Bye.